Hello and welcome. I am MAESTRA teacher and this is my 5th grade Oasis channel. I've been a teacher for more than 20 years and I've taught gen ed and bilingual classes as well. If you are a new teacher or new to 5th grade, know that the end of the year can be quite chaotic. You probably are done testing, but you still have days or weeks ahead of you with the students. You also, at the same time, have to prepare your classroom, maybe pack it up. You have to complete forms, skim folders, end of the year tasks and things. And you still have those kids there. I will share with you 10 different activities that maybe you can implement in your classroom during those last days, so it could be an easy and smooth end of the year. The environment in your classroom the last days of school will depend on the kind of teacher you are, your personality, and the kind of tone you want to set for those last days. If you are a fun teacher and just don't want to do much at the end of the year, you just want to play some movies, and that's fine. Play some movies, keep them entertained, maybe some games or other activities. You can plan a different date with a different theme. For example, you can make glow day, you can make pirate day, you can make beach day, and just have fun in that way. However, if you are another kind of teacher, maybe a control freak like I am, I like to keep my rules and my environment calm all the way to the end. So these next activities are basically what I have done in the past years so that the classroom maintain order. At the same time, they're fun. Number 1 is cater more to reading teachers. This is the time that if you have few weeks left, you have plenty of time to do some sort of novel study. I tend to choose novels that are both in English and in Spanish, such as this one that I'm showing here, because it's easier for me. But if you're just a gen ed teacher or only a bilingual teacher, then choose whichever novels you would like to use. You can read chapters at a day, the students can read it to each other. Maybe you can watch the movie of the novel, and they really enjoy doing that. That keeps them quietly reading, quietly at work, while you are able to finish all the other tasks you have to do. Number 2, you can have students do some sort of writing poster board on tips for the 4th graders. You can have them write how to survive 5th grade, and you will be surprised of the kind of things the 5th graders come up to tell the 4th grades on how to survive. So they can write, again, different techniques. They can write about their teachers, how to prepare for 5th grade, or what kind of things did they do to survive 5th grade. It's really fun. And these last few weeks of 5th grade, once you're done with testing, then you can start really preparing them for 6th grade, in the sense, for example, if you teach social studies, you can start exposing them to world cultures. That's what they're about to study in 6th grade. So maybe you can give them an activity related to Egyptian culture, Greek culture, the Romans, and things like that. So they probably have never even heard of these things before. So they'll be more prepared for 6th grade. The next one has to do with writing cursive. Maybe you were not able to teach cursive throughout the school year, or cursive is one of the TICs or standards, for example, in the state of Texas, that we're supposed to teach. So this is a good time for practicing penmanship and cursive. The students love learning cursive. They love doing the letters. What I do is you can do a few letters a day, and then they can write a whole letter to somebody in cursive. They really enjoy it, and it keeps them calm. The next one has to do with computers. Students enjoy using their computers a lot. So you can have them do activities, for example. This is an example of our district's different platforms that they have bought for all the students to use. And maybe at your district you have something similar. Just choose any different programs that the kids can work on. I like Nearpod a lot because it includes different lessons that you can use for all your classes, not only for reading, math. They also have science, social studies, and different activities. So this is an example. When you go to Nearpod, they have a library. Then you get to choose, you get to assign each of the students one lesson that they can complete. And these lessons are really fun, and they're interactive. As you can see here, this is the social studies one. So you get to choose one of these lessons for them. You get to preview it first as a teacher. Then you get to choose one and assign it to your students. And I chose this one here quickly for you to see how it looks like and what the students are going to look at once they are assigned this lesson. This is Let's Visit Machu Picchu, and then it tells you a guide, the essential questions. They have the objective, and this is how it is interactive. They have to answer questions right there. They get to take them, they present movies. Sometimes they do a virtual field trips, as you can see here. So it's really interesting and the students love it. It keeps them entertained and learning at the same time. Keeps them, again, if they're in the computer, they'll be fine. I've also done projects this time of the year. Maybe if you're a science teacher, you can now create a project. You can assign them maybe animals that they like. Maybe they can research more information about protected species and things like that. If it's social studies, then you can also have them, as I said earlier, they're going about to study the world history. So you can have projects with them related to countries. They can research information about different countries, their history, and start preparing better for middle school. Another thing you can do at this time is maybe just create some art activities. Maybe they can work with, you can talk to the art teacher and maybe there's something that she can suggest for you to do with them. Maybe some sort of crafts. By this time, Mother's Day is done, but Father's Day is coming in June. So we usually do something for Mother's Day, but never do something for Father's Day because we're not in school. So I sometimes want the students to prepare something for that, just like they do for moms. That I use this time as an art project for Father's Day as well. They can do anything also maybe for 4th of July. Maybe they can create some sort of activity that later on they can use when they are with their families at home during summertime. These last few days also will be a good time to write thank you notes. Students should be able to express their that they're grateful maybe to their teachers, to their parents, to anybody who worked with them throughout the entire school year. You can have them make their own thank you cards with just a piece of paper, or you can go to Dollar Tree where you can find these thank you cards for $1. It brings 8 a packet, and they are able to use them, and then you teach them how to write a nice message. Maybe you can write a poem or something fun for them to write here. Thank you notes is a good one. Again, this time also is good for SEL activities. This is the time where you can have a lot of discussions with your students. There are some SEL like chips or prompts that you can use that has a specific question, and then you can bring that up in school in the classroom and have a discussion about it. Sometimes SEL it's very important to do every day, but at the end of the year, when you really have more time to connect with the students and more time to talk about things that maybe you weren't able to do in the school year, you can do a lot of SEL activities during this time of the year. And finally, about watching movies, if you are actually going to decide just to watch movies because you're too tired to do any of these activities, you can. But also, when you watch movies, you can have some sort of movie critic paper, and that looks like they are doing something meaningful. For example, they just don't watch a movie and that's it. They can watch a movie and analyze the movie, and you tell them, hey, we're going to watch a movie today. We are going to use this movie critic form. As you're watching the movie, please write down who are the characters, the setting, what is the problem, the climax, the conclusion, all the different parts of the story that they can actually get from a movie. Well, there you have it. Those are the different activities I do at the end of the year. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, leave a comment of your different activities that maybe I can learn from and use next year. And I'll see you in my next video. See you soon.